Let me refresh.
Oh. Bam. We're live. Go ahead. Yeah. Feel free to refresh.
Okay.
Welcome to the show, guys. Thanks for joining us. Good to see everyone. Heavy Sevy, of course. Most important to see you, Slater. What's up, dude? Very soon there'll be a press conference here. We will stream that live. Lots of new information. Lots of stuff to talk about tonight. Let's start with just a little check-in and reminder of who Charlie Kirk is.
Well, just this one. We could be here all day playing similar exchanges between Charlie and a trans advocate or activist or someone who said they just were trans at these events. This is the real Charlie Kirk. This is the actual Charlie Kirk and how he handled that issue.
Thank you, Megan Kelly.
I just want to say I'm a transgender male. What age should kids be able to get things like hormone therapy? Because I don't know what's true, what's not.
Tell me, are you comfortable telling me your story?
I've known that since like third grade, and I'm currently 19, almost 20. I've known basically since then. I didn't start going by like a different name until 7th and 8th grade. I just don't know, like with the whole medical stuff, like what's true, what's not, what's helpful, because I've heard so many different opinions.
First of all, thank you so much for that.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm going to have an opinion that very few people will ever tell you, which is I want you to be very cautious putting drugs into your system in the pursuit of changing your body.
Mm-hmm.
I instead encourage you to work on what's going on in your brain first. I think what you need first and foremost is just a diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
Just someone that is going to listen to what you've gone through, listen to what else is going on. My prayer for you, and again, very few people will say this, I actually want to see you be comfortable in how you were born.
Yeah.
I know that you might not feel that way, but I think that is something that you can achieve. I think that with the right team and the right people, you don't have to wage war on your body. You can learn to love your body.
It's absolutely beautiful and respectful.
That is Charlie Kirk, always civil. Sometimes he gets a little snappy, but it's always fun. It's clean. It's concise. He's once again a tragedy. Sousa said this morning on the show, which was I thought was a great take, that probably a lot of the pain that we're feeling is that this was attack on our First Amendment. That there was someone as articulate and concise and free as Charlie, and then when they killed him, it was basically like a bullet straight through the First Amendment. Like, holy shit, someone doesn't want us to be able to talk freely.
It's like the basis of this country. Like you're attacking the basis of this. The whole reason that America exists is because of your ability to say whatever, to say what you want, say what you believe.
Hey, and those of you who aren't Christians like myself and aren't believers like myself, don't ever forget that we don't have freedom except for the fact of Christians. The whole reason why Jews and Muslims and Mormons and Buddhists can practice in this country the freedom of religion is because of Jesus. You got to fucking understand that.
Yeah. How is it because of Jesus in this country?
Because this country is based on Judeo-Christian laws, and Jesus came and freed the Jews from the fucking Torah, from the fucking Old Testament. It's something that it's crazy. So many religious people fucking miss that point. But he was the ultimate civil rights leader. He's like, hey, you're free. We're not going to rule with religious law. That's what those other places do. That's what Sharia law is. They rule with their fucking religious law.
How about the four horsemen being the colors red, black, white, and green?
I couldn't even follow that.
It's very symbolic.
It's pretty simple, dude. The four horsemen colors are red, black, white, and green, and basically
every Middle Eastern country.
Flags colors are
red, black, were the four horsemen the bad guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, the coming of the end of the world, basically.
Oh, I am Christian. Sorry. All right, fine. Okay.
You are?
There are some great new updated photos. Maybe we can show you some of those. It does look like they're setting up the press conference. We will stream it live here and hang out and watch it together. There's some new photos. What's interesting is I'm trying to figure out if these photos were from a previous trip the shooter made, or the alleged shooter made, to the venue, and that they got this from old old footage. You know what I mean? Like if he scouted, like
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk didn't announce he was going to be there until 6 days prior
Hmm.
to this event. So did this guy scout these locations, and these are pictures from before then? Because I don't remember the pants being jeans like that.
Well, there's a video that TMZ released, and he's
Of him.
dressed, I think, almost exactly like this.
Yeah,
Of
it
him
is
walking
exactly.
to and from the venue, like within the time frame.
Is
And he
that the one
looks-
where he's limping?
Yes.
It looks
no-
like he's limping, but it looks like he probably has a fucking rifle shoved down his jeans. And
Right.
he's limping because the rifle's shoved down his jeans.
Right.
I hear you on that, and I heard them say that, but he had some weird body postures in those photos that we showed last night that makes me also think that maybe he has some just like severe scoliosis or something's wrong with him. Do you know what I mean? There was like some
Yeah.
photos of him all like a fucking praying mantis and shit.
I could see that, but then the rest of that video is him like leaving the venue, and he's like, I mean, it looks like Bigfoot, but he's moving well, like a regular human would be running across a field. He's not limping or anything like that, and we know that he dumped his rifle into the woods, so he wouldn't have had it anymore.
Sean Sullivan, he's a demon. There are only humans here. There are only humans on planet Earth. Another thing it might be is, do you remember that movie where the guy limps the whole movie and then at the end he walks away? His name was like Victor Souza or something. What was that movie? It was about a killer. Maybe the limp was fake to throw people off.
Maybe.
Do you know what movie I'm talking about? I think it was a Stephen King story that was turned into a movie. It had that
The Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects. Yeah, it had that pedophile in it. Yes. Yeah, great movie. Kaiser Soza. Yeah. So maybe also the limp was just so that he wouldn't be recognized. Who knows? I want to bring up something completely controversial, I guess, but the India Times is also now reporting on it, which is crazy. It's the only news outlet I could find. Caleb will pull up the original post that someone sent us. But it says the India Times is reporting who is Sky Valadez. Internet identifies new alleged suspect in Charlie Kirk's shooting after FBI releases photos of persons of interest. And what the experts are saying is that we can pretty much confirm that that's the guy, not this Sky Valdez, but the guy in the pictures. Because if that wasn't the killer, he would have already come forward to the FBI and been like, "Yo, dude, that's me in the photos. I am not the killer." And because he hasn't come forward, they're saying that's him. That's the
Sky Valadez is the shooter because he hasn't said I'm not.
No, sorry, I'm conflating ideas. Two separate stories. When they released those photos yesterday, the fact that they're still saying that that's the suspect 24 hours after they released them or 12 hours after they released them means that we can pretty much assume with some real certainty now that that is the guy, because either him or his parents or someone would have come out and said, "Hey, that's me. That I wasn't the killer. I'm not the killer." And since that hasn't happened, you can work it backwards. Now, some people on the internet are saying, "Hey, this is the guy. Lives in Utah, trans male, digital music artist. Charlie Kirk's. He made us. I think this guy made a song called Charlie Kirk's Death.
Oh my god!
And it was on Spotify. It says the investigation into this is from the India Times. The investigation into the shocking death of Charlie Kirk took a dramatic turn after the FBI released 2 images of the person of interest connected to the shooting. The photos show a young individual dressed in black, long-sleeve shirt, cap, sunglasses. Within hours, online communities like 4chan. What is 4chan? Is that like a website?
Yeah, I think it's like dark web stuff.
It's like dark web Reddit.
Yeah.
What does dark web mean? Like, can someone like me go to the dark web?
Probably not.
Okay.
It's like the light web.
Anybody can, but you have to know how to get to it.
It's like Narnia, dude. You've got to find the right
it's
wardrobe.
basically Narnia.
Communities like 4chan and Reddit erupted with theories, with many users claiming they had identified the person as someone named Sky Valadez, a digital music artist. So this is all allegedly. He allegedly uploaded a disturbing track on SoundCloud titled Charlie Kirk Dead at 31 several weeks before the incident. The song was reportedly deleted shortly after the shooting, but screenshots of the track and its title quickly spread across social media. Now, who knows if they're actually screenshots or just fabricated, made up shit on Photoshop. Sparking intense speculation. Users also noted that Valadez's Facebook profile previously listed Salt Lake City as their location, which was later changed to a cryptic message reading, "Leave me alone." These discoveries, paired with physical similarities to the FBI's image, have led many to believe that Valdez may be connected to the attack. However, law enforcement has not confirmed any of the details, and the online claims remain unverified. I've also heard some speculation that the shooter was not working alone, and the evidence of that is how much hate is online, and people basically letting us know that, hey, there's a shitload of fucking people out there who are willing to kill or be a part of Charlie Kirk's killing. And I'll show you just a sample of that at the University of Austin, Texas, this is very unsettling. Here we go.
Wow, there's an active shooter right now.
Happy goodbye.
Happy goodbye. What did you say, Taylor?
Nothing. Keep going.
Wow. Did you see that Charlie Kirk just got shot and killed?
That's good.
Oh.
That's good. That's good to shot yourself a political view. Good that people are dying in America.
Did you see that Charlie Kirk got shot and killed today?
Yes, I did.
How do you feel about that?
Man or woman?
Dude.
Man wants to be
I don't really have any feelings about it. Who are you?
Charlie Kirk got shot and killed today. We're just getting people's opinions. How do you feel about that?
Girl, someone had to do it.
Oh,
at this point.
what?
Dude.
But
Yeah, I appreciate your honesty. I truly do. So you said someone had to do it.
yes. Try not to get all pulled up into that, but he was a misogynist. He was a disgusting person with disgusting beliefs.
So if you had a magical wand, a magical button that you could press and keep him from being assassinated, would you press that?
No, I think things happen for a purpose. And if that's how his life was ended, then that's how it was ended. So
That
Dude.
kind of looks like Ellie Turner.
It's amazing how many unattractive kids there are. By the way, if you're young,
Sorry,
one of
bro.
the only gifts you will get your entire life is the beauty of youth. Do not waste it. It is a very small window. It's from 15 to 25 or 15 to 30 at most. And it's the only gift you get. I remember hearing Mick Jagger talk about that. All the other things you're going to chase in life, power, money, happiness, God, moral values, all of those you're going to have to work for. But don't fuck it up and be ugly like these fucking kids. Like enjoy that window where you're just fucking beautiful, for fuck's sake. My God.
Did you see this tweet by Charlie Kirk? Or not Charlie, by Nick Shirley?
No, I'd love to see what Nick Shirley has to say about this. By the way, they are still setting up the press conference. Caleb and I are watching very closely. We will jump to it as soon as it goes live and stream it. Nick Shirley, I urge the FBI to investigate Utah's protest groups, Antifa, and leaders of these organizations. I have 6+ hours of raw footage of these people at multiple protests who I believe may have been involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Rarely does a gunman work alone and also have someone accept to be a decoy to pose as the gunman while the gunman escapes. These people are evil, and I'd be happy to comply in the investigation about the information I know of these groups and leaders. This certainly wasn't organic. I don't know what that means. This is an example of the Utah protesters. Elon derangement syndrome is real. Watch as protesters in Utah lose their minds as I ask them why they're protesting against Elon and Donald Trump, throwing up fucking a salute if you guys are really about it. Okay, here we go.
You are a fucking coward. You are Cruella de Vil. Come on. You brought the kids out here today.
Because I'm not going to let them grow up to be fascists like you.
Yeah, what makes me a fascist?
Probably your love for fascism.
Really?
You guys, just so you know, I brought my 2 white boys here so they don't grow up to be fascists. Because I want them to grow up to be like these fascists. Fuck you.
No. We don't support fascism. What'd you say?
Your child. You're not allowed to touch my child. Don't touch her kid.
I didn't touch your kid.
Don't fucking touch her
I didn't
kid.
touch your kid. Yo, that's fucking gross. You guys are fucking gross. Show your face, man. Sick. You're fucking pathetic. Why don't you throw up your Elon salute? You fucking coward. You are a fucking coward. You are a fucking child.
Take off your mask.
Imagine calling someone a coward with a fucking mask on, you skinny pussy.
What's trippy to me is how these people go out of their way to make themselves unattractive. Why do people do that?
That's when you hate yourself. All you do is self-mutilate, Sevon. Imagine hating yourself so much that you hurt yourself and make yourself worse than what you were born as.
It's crazy. What happened to the audio?
Oh, I just turned it off, so I was going to let it play.
Yes, I love the Color Guard in high school. I loved the Color Guard in high school. That was like my favorite thing during the football games. How about you guys get the fuck out of here? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. What? You're a fucking embarrassment. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking leave. You're fucking pathetic. Leave. Fucking leave. You're a fucking coward. All right, we're moving over to members only. Go members.
It's crazy because he's absolutely the opposite of a coward. He is the literal, you could not craft a more opposite example of a coward than that dude standing in a crowd of 30 fucking psychopaths who want to kill everyone with guns with no mask. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Nick Shirley's done some great work. If you don't follow him, make sure you follow him. Earlier today, looks like before Trump was boarding Marine One, he talked to the press. Here's a couple clips from that.
I think it's terrible. They got to be ashamed of themselves. It's terrible.
Why haven't they found the shooter yet, Mr. President? Are you concerned that it's been 24 hours?
Well, I hear they're making big progress, and we'll have to see what happens.
Do you have any indication of the shooter's motivation, sir?
I have an indication, yeah, but we'll let you know about that later. Thank you.
And here's the second
Great in
clip.
every way, especially with youth. And what he did, what this man did, was disgraceful. So hopefully we'll have him, and we will deal with him very appropriately.
What's your reaction to Russian drone incursion into Poland?
Nope, sorry, hold on.
I'd rather not say.
Sorry, here we
General
go.
Assembly is upcoming. Are you going to meet with the presidents of Central Asian countries?
There it is. Sorry.
President where?
Central Asian countries, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan.
I will be, yeah. They're very good people, and I will be doing that, yes.
So you believe the killer was a trained assassin?
Do you believe the killer was a trained assassin?
Usually your instincts are always on.
I'd rather not say. I think progress is being made. He's an animal, total animal. And hopefully they'll have him and they'll get him. What he did is disgraceful. Charlie Kirk was a great person, a great man, great in every way, especially with youth. And what he did, what this man did, was disgraceful. So hopefully we'll have him and we will deal with him very appropriately.
They're doing a sound check at the press conference. Got some nerds up there with cameras.
Dude,
testing out the mics.
All the shit about it being Mossad is pissing me off so much.
Is that yeah, I'm not sure.
I just
where
think
people are drawing those.
I just think this. If you're an intelligence agency and all of America already thinks you're behind everything that's wrong with America, I mean, every third fucking retard with a microphone and a YouTube channel is like, oh, Israel's controlling the United States. They caused 9/11. Blah, blah, APAC, this and that. You think they're really fucking stupid enough to go and do something like this while it's already so hot? They're more in the spotlight than they've ever been, I think, ever, at least in America.
Listen, we live with a lot of dumb people who will believe anything. We live in a country where black people kill other black people at 1,000 times higher rate than white people kill black people, and yet white people are the problem. I mean, just think of how easy it is to pull the wool over fucking people's eyes. Watch this. I got a couple interesting things to say about this. Watch this. This might piss you off. Hold on tight, Taylor.
Wouldn't it be crazy that while Charlie Kirk was dying yesterday, pretty much the same time the shooting happened, the Senate was voting on releasing the Epstein files, and Republicans actually voted to block it. So yeah, that'd be crazy. You know what else would be crazy?
The DOJ should immediately move to unseal all the Epstein documents in the Southern District of New York.
Yeah, everything except the file sexual assault material.
I think every file should be released to the public the same way as the JFK files.
That'd be crazy if that was just like 2 days ago.
So that was a couple days ago, and that vote did just go down. But But the one thing that was mischaracterized as I check this out, it's a little bit different than the Republicans blocked it. This comes from the Hill. Two GOP senators break with leaders on vote to release all Epstein related files. Here's what really happened. Senator Josh Hawley and Rand Paul broke with the Senate Republican leaders Wednesday afternoon and voted in support of an amendment sponsored by the Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, directing the Department of Justice to release all unclassified records and documents related to the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Most Republican senators voted to table the amendment. And I believe that is different than blocking it.
Yeah, doesn't that mean they'll just discuss it later? Like they just put it
Yeah.
up there and be like, well, this isn't something we want to discuss
Let's
right
wait
now.
till
We'll work on it later.
after Charlie Kirk gets killed and bring this back up.
Yeah, and so part of me thinks is maybe it was this guy who's posting this is couching it like they're hiding. They brought, because why would the Democrats bring it up now? Why wouldn't they wait? Well, because they want to take the eyes off of Charlie Kirk and bring it to this. And I'm guessing the Republicans are like, no, we'll bring this up later. Let's wait a couple weeks till the Charlie Kirk stuff leaves the news cycle, and then we'll bring this up. But that is some Charlie has implied in some videos that he was declared an enemy. Him and Megyn Kelly were declared enemies to Israel after they started demanding the release of the Epstein files. So,
and then didn't Netanyahu post like 2 tweets or something within a very short period of time of him being on that at that event and then being shot too? He was like, "Oh, I pray for Charlie Kirk," and then he was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, people are saying that he posted too quick. I don't know. I'm not giving that too much weight in my own analysis. What do you think, Taylor? What do you think, Caleb? You think that if he posts 20 minutes after he died, that's too close to it, and that like he knew ahead of time?
I mean, I think everybody knew. Like it was pretty evident that he was not going to survive that. So I think maybe he pulled the trigger too soon just on posting it, just because it hadn't been announced. But still,
Part of me wants to think that Israel would know better than attempting something like that on U.S. soil, especially with and this is me being moronic.
Don't you think that they probably killed Epstein? I mean, someone killed Epstein in that jail cell, right?
Yeah, I do, but Charlie Kirk is not Jeffrey Epstein. What kind of fucking evidence? Charlie Kirk clearly doesn't have any evidence. Obviously, it would be public. He's just a loud talking head. You have much louder people complaining about Israel and Epstein. So, I mean, members of the U.S. government.
I think
fair. Yeah, fair.
I wouldn't put it past Israel to do something brazen like that, though, because look what they just launched.
Dude.
But dude, look what they did in Doha. You know how close that is to like American troops? I'm talking like across the town close.
And American citizens fly through Doha. My mom and sister just flew through there in less than a year ago.
All the time.
Yeah, I mean I know anyone who goes to Armenia, that's the stop, man. And you fly through Doha.
And they've said that they don't care where Hamas is. They will attack Hamas no matter where they are. Like that's been stated by Israel.
Right, but Charlie Kirk is not Hamas.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, enemies of Israel doesn't like. I just think that's how.
Right, but enemies of Israel aren't all in the same like 10 out of 10 enemy. If they're saying, okay,
yeah, it's like an
Charlie
FBI
Kirk
watch
wants AIPAC to go fuck themselves and thinks that the U.S. shouldn't be giving Israel money. All right, he's like a 3 out of 10 enemy. Hamas is like a 10 out of 10 enemy.
Maybe not just give money, but release the Epstein files.
Sure.
Caller, hi.
Hey, this is Daniel Sarah. I normally call to talk about boobs of CrossFit, but are you guys keeping an active look on what's going on in Annapolis right now? About the lockdowns of the shootings?
Is that where the Colorado? Where's Annapolis?
No, it's Maryland, the Naval Academy.
This is a Naval Academy.
It was fake.
No, what's happening there?
There is an active shooter. I have a couple of people that are actually at the academy right now that have told me that a disgruntled person came and fired shots. No one is severely injured at this moment, but they are on complete lockdown, and the shooter should be apprehended at this time.
The news story that I read said that it was a disgruntled midshipman. They used a fake IP address or a modified IP address to make it look like he was on campus issuing threats. And then there was a midshipman in the Naval Academy who thought one of the campus security personnel trying to clear the building was the active shooter and attacked the security personnel with a training weapon. And the security personnel shot that midshipman, and now he's in the hospital.
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ!
Can you
Yeah,
lower your
that's-
computer? Can you lower your
That's in the
computer and your
news.
TV in the
That's
background?
almost about right, but I am hearing from the inside that it was someone who got kicked out of the academy that did it.
Jeez.
Did what? Made the threats through?
Yeah,
through a
he made the
VPN?
threat, but he wasn't there.
Yes, made the threat. Yeah, he wasn't there, but it just was like they were on higher alert, and of course they're kids. To be honest, they haven't been into any situations yet, so just an overreactive situation to a threat that ended up going bad. But I just want to making sure you guys were watching that, as well as not taking anything away from Charlie Kirk. That's terrible too. But and then of course the Colorado shooting from yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. And, we will be doing a nightly show at 6 p.m. covering all the violence and shooters for the next year.
That sounds. I don't want to say it sounds fantastic, but thanks.
Well, I think they're talking right now.
Should we title it the shooting show?
Yeah. By the way, guys, the world is not going to hell in a handbasket, not even a little bit. I just see a cameraman still up there, Caleb.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that somebody was at the pulpit. I thought he was talking, and they just hadn't had the camera on him yet.
Oh, come on! Look at that guy. You think that guy is a
Shit,
speaker?
dude. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. The U.S. is not going to hell in a handbasket. Everything is fine here. Taylor and I were talking about it. Most of our country is just fucking buzzing. If you don't live in the United States, this place is massive. We have every state is like completely fucking different. We could have 20 serial killers active simultaneously in the United States, and half of us wouldn't even know. As opposed to, imagine if you have one serial killer in Denmark, the whole fucking country goes on lockdown. So you have to, for those of you who are on the outside, or those of you who just live between your ears, you have to know, like 99% of the public here is just buzzing along, humming. Everything's fucking great. Sunny days. Roads are beautiful. Everywhere is safe. Just don't get on the Charlotte transit system.
Or if you do, carry a gun and you see that guy, blast him in the fucking head.
Yeah. Yeah, Dents does have a dump truck. I don't know why that's important, but sure.
It's very important.
Some of the things from today, just to I wanted to show you this. I want to show you. So I showed you Charlie Kirk at his best. Let's be fair. I'm going to show you Charlie Kirk at his worst. So for those of you who want to hate on Charlie, maybe you could glean something from this. This is the great Charlie Kirk at his absolute worst, and he's still a fucking 11 out of 10 in my opinion. Here we go.
Your development began as a human.
I mean, yes, I'm a bio student. I am aware of the process of gamete fusion, man. I know what a zygote is. That's not a that's not a moral qualifier.
That's when. Wait, hold on. So, it's a human, and human development begins at conception. Therefore, human life begins at conception. When did your life become worthy of protection?
When I became actually conscious and able to speak.
So, like, able to speak. So, like, 2 years old.
I think I was a bit earlier than that. Yeah.
No, babies usually are about year and a half. So, if I murdered you at 6 months, that's okay.
Yes.
Oh!
And you're a bio student at UC Riverside.
Yes. Okay, so
let me ask you a question. Would you save 100 dogs' lives or one human life?
I would save one dog over your life, but
no. Tell me why a human. And we'll close with this. The fact that he's a bio student at this university shows the horrifying moral rot happening in higher education, and Trump should defund all these schools as evidence. Thank you very much.
Fucking clapped him.
Holy shit.
What a prick.
What do you even say to that? You're just like,
you say exactly what he said.
I know, but like,
Charlie Kirk
you can't
is
even
so
argue with that.
hateful and racist. Did you see that? Fuck, people are idiots.
They got another.
Killed 6-month-old fucking babies, and Charlie Kirk is the problem.
Here's the thing that so many people struggle with. Even if you are pro-life as all get out, and you don't think that there should be laws on people's bodies like I do, how do you have a problem with a movement that's trying to save babies' lives? What is your intellectual failing that you have a problem with, if you're as pro-choice, I'm pro-choice as all get out. Sorry, I said pro-life. I'm as pro-choice as anyone. But what is your problem with pro-life people? How would you have any angst or anger at a cohort of people that wants to save babies? There have been 70 million babies aborted since 1970. The program was started as a eugenics program. And yet you have a problem with this guy because he wants to save babies? That makes no fucking sense. He has the moral fucking high ground. How can you not? How can you not see that? Anyway, that's him. That's him at his most antagonistic.
Star Wars.
Crazy.
The people who believe that he's wrong are the ones who they think that all women are getting raped and having kids are being impregnated, and so they all just need to be aborted. Like I think that's the only thing that they can stand on, is like, oh, everybody is unwillingly being impregnated, and so
But
they just need to have the ability to do it.
But even if you were raped, you can intellectually think it out. Why does the baby have to die?
Hey, I think because all guys like that edgelord cuck, the only way they can conceive of a woman getting pregnant by them is raping them, because no girls want to fuck them at all.
Damn nice.
So he justifies
Edgelord cuck.
abortion.
Boy, they're really fucking with you at this press conference, Caleb. This is the
It's really pissing me off,
This is
dude.
the fourth sound tester they brought up there. And that guy was in a suit. That one I would have given you some leeway.
They even brought a chick up.
Mr. Bryan, I got into a heated argument with a Mexican at work today because he didn't like Charlie says illegals are criminals, and he thinks it isn't criminal because he crossed the border illegally. Yeah, I mean,
dude, you did it illegally.
Yeah,
I don't think I know criminal. That's no criminal.
Hey, here's the thing. Even if you're racing to take your wife to the hospital and you're doing 75 and a 55,
criminal,
you're still breaking the fucking law. Now, most cops will be like, get right behind me. I'll fucking take you to the hospital. But how are we supposed to have a conversation with someone if they have the intellectual failing where they can't even do the fucking logic part?
I broke a lot of laws.
I'm not breaking the law because I haven't been caught yet.
Jeff Bako, Cash Patel still snorting. A few more lines to get ready. He does look like he does blow. He doesn't,
dude.
Jeff Biko's towing the fucking line today, dude. You're a fucking douche.
Hey, $100,000 reward has been offered by the FBI for any information leading to the arrest of the killer. The pundits are suggesting that the U.S. government is using technology that the public is completely unaware about, that they don't reveal, that makes it apprehension 100% certain. Earlier tonight, say that again, Caleb.
So they definitely are.
A large envoy arrived tonight at the scene where the tent is still set up where Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Supposedly in that envoy was Cash Patel and Dan Bongino, number 1, number 2 at the FBI. Another thing, what is a 30-06? Can you show me a picture of that?
30-06.
It's a hunting rifle.
A bolt action. It's typically a bolt action firearm.
Is that this? Bam, 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 bam.
Yep. Like what Dave uses, except with a larger caliber bullet.
There's one. There's a song called it's just called 30-06, but it's by Hardy. You should listen to it. It's a good song.
The pundits are saying 200 yards is nothing with a 30-06, that it's made really to shoot shit at 600 yards.
Yeah. This is like to go from ridgetop to ridgetop and kill a deer. He used it to like shoot somebody in the next room over.
It's not I would not say it's like a professional's caliber of choice for long distance shooting. That'd be like a 6.5 Creedmoor, or like a 300 Winchester mag. This is like, my granddaddy gave me a 30-06 for Christmas when I was 19, and I shot my first squirrel, blew it in half.
The pundits are saying though that at 200 yards, someone with very minimal training
That's
could.
not true. 200 yards.
Dude, 200 yards is nothing with an optic like that.
I asked someone if I did an hour of training every day for a month, could you teach me that shot? And they said I could teach it to you in a week. They said I could teach it to you in a week.
An hour a day for a month? That's not minimal training.
I went out and I with like very minimal firearms experience, I went out and did that in less than an hour. With an M110 in 7.62.
Very minimal what training?
Like the only firearm I had touched prior to that was in basic training, and we shot like 20 rounds at a fucking paper target.
I don't know. I just don't think I mean, I've been shooting my whole life, and I still just don't think that you buy a gun, put the scope on all yourself.
No, I don't. I think he knew how to operate it, sure. But I do think that you can go out and you can teach somebody within 30 minutes how to shoot 200 yards.
Do you shoot guns in Space Force? That's crazy.
Yeah, dog, all the time.
There are rumors on the web that the FBI does have his DNA, that they ran and have completed a genetic genealogy chart, and that they have spoken to his parents. The FBI have spoken to his parents. All just internet rumor shit.
Whoa!
Can I just time out?
Yeah,
Like,
go ahead.
She's a Marine, dog. She's a Marine.
Hey guys, you've never pointed a fucking gun at Charlie Kirk's head with fucking 5,000 people standing around you?
Oh God, you sound like my wife. Dude, you sound like my wife. My wife says that to me too. Wouldn't they be?
Walks up to you from 20 yards away, your heart's trying to jump out of your fucking dick.
Because you're a human, dude.
Right.
Whoever did this is a psychopath.
My wife's like, wouldn't they be nervous? I don't know. It'd take a lot of training to do it under all that pressure with all those people there. I'm like, oh please.
Dude,
No, she's 100% right. You guys are
God.
fucking retarded. Yeah, 20 yards is nothing. I hit the side of a car at 200 yards with my iron sights, and the instructor telling me to shoot and cease fire.
For fuck's sake. Look at a girl. Even a girl says it's easy. Look at here. This is a girl.
Oh my God, she's a Marine. That's
She's a Marine, goddammit. Super fire. You put respect on that name.
She could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
I seen her in person. She's all woman.
That's a lot of woman.
God damn. I need a new grape aid. I'm out.
Is it good?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm going to show this next thing. This was interesting. This I did not like. I think it was Caleb's response. I did not like Caleb's response to this. This got my brain really fucking moving fast. Here is JD Vance carrying the casket, and then I'll tell you what Caleb said to me. Verse 2.
Mm-hmm. No.
Vice President of the United States, future President of the United States, JD Vance.
Yep. Air Force Honor Guard. That was in Utah, right? So it's probably from Hill Air Force Base. That's probably where they picked up those airmen.
Is Utah Air National Guard.
Yep. Every installation has their own base honor guard. So they're on call pretty much all the time.
Dude, the TV they have set up at the press conference is the biggest fucking TV I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, right?
Yeah. Okay, so then Caleb says to me, Caleb and I were talking about this offline, and what did you say to me, Caleb? You asked me a question that just freaked me out.
When was the last time that there's been a military honor guard used to transport a civilian, other than like your presidents or your your top political figures? Charlie Kirk, as far as I know, never served in the military. He wasn't like an ROTC guy or anything like that. So it's curious to me that they, I imagine it's probably just to show
Floyd. George Floyd flew in Air Force
Dude,
One.
the mayor of Minnesota twerked at George Floyd's funeral, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Hey, so I know you just posed it as a question, but I went straight to the implications. Is that you're saying that maybe he did work for the government, we didn't know it, that he was some sort of agent?
It's possible. I wouldn't assume that. I just imagine that you want to show some reverence to somebody who, somebody of his caliber, like from the Trump administration. They're like, hey, we're going to pull out all the stops. I need honor guard there immediately, and we want to transport him and with the highest level of respect, because those honor guards they're no joke. They're practicing all the time. They're going to burials of Vietnam, World War II vets, GWAT vets, all those guys. It's no bullshit. So I just imagine that they want to do him justice. They're not trying to
So you're just saying it's worth noting, but you're not making any claims that it's like, uh-oh.
Right. It is interesting. I just wanted to make light of it for sure. It's cool.
Okay, so it's cool. It's not that, oh shit, that's that he worked for the CIA.
Jeff Byko really hates it. Standard military protocol never no longer applies. Much like everything else in this administration.
I think that's so far from the truth. I think standard military protocol is very well in effect
Dude,
at all
you don't
times.
know. You're not Jeff.
That's right. I'm just some guy. What do I know?
They were basically saying that I heard something the other day that the reason why the country's humming along so well and all the government's humming along so well right now is because Trump does believe in chain of command and is very strict and serious about it. All the protocols.
It absolutely matters. I have worked with horrible leaders in the past, and I get if I don't have something or somebody that like, hey, I have tasks to complete. Like, I'm gonna be a fucking dirtbag. And
when at CrossFit until 2018, we had a very, very strict chain of command, and we hummed like a fucking machine. Everyone knew their job. Everyone knew who to talk to. There was no sort of like back channeling. There was no weird thing about people not knowing. And all the people who didn't follow the chain of command, they were usually people in really senior positions, and everyone hated them. They fucked up everything.
Mm-hmm.
They thought they could just do anything. Yeah, and it's super important for the leaders to follow it too. They don't just bypass it because they're the leader.
Right.
Here we go. Charlie Kirk on Patrick Bed David.
Guys not know this was taking place.
So I've been to Israel many times. The whole country's a fortress. When I first heard this story, I still had the same gut instinct that I did initially. I find this very hard to believe. I've been to that Gaza border. You cannot go 10 feet without running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15 or an automatic machine gun that's an IDF soldier, right? The whole country is surveilled. And so let me just kind of go through this. We don't talk about Israeli politics very often, and most Americans don't know this. The last 9 months, Israel was on the brink of civil war. It's not an exaggeration. This judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu was basically redefining the Israeli constitution. That's not an exaggeration, right? He said the judicial branch has too much power. There were protests planned this week against Netanyahu, where they anticipated tens of thousands of people to take to the streets. That's all gone, Patrick.
Hey, so just imagine what it was like the 4 years we were here where our Constitution was completely fucking tested. Our first and second, especially our First Amendment, was just completely gone. Our freedom of speech under the Biden administration, just a complete fucking nightmare. People being taken to jail, right? For freedom of speech during COVID. Shitloads of them. All sorts of crazy laws getting passed, especially in California and in New York. He's saying that prior to the October 7th attack, he's saying that, first of all, that border was completely secure. And that Netanyahu was eroding the Constitution there, was pulling back the Constitution. I don't know the details. I have to take Charlie's word for it. But if that's the case, shit was turned up hot there. And then they have this diabolical event where 1,000 fucking Israelis are fucking slaughtered on the border, and all of that shit is pushed to the side. And if Charlie Kirk's talking about that stuff, it's just worth noting. You know what I mean? I'm not doing the whole conspiracy thing, Taylor, but as Sousa says, who's to benefit? You know?
Israel benefits from Charlie Kirk being dead?
No, Israel benefits from the fact that 1,000 of their people got killed, or Netanyahu benefits because then it pushes all of it, puts him into commander-in-chief war mode and not dealing with fucking his people pulling them out of power. And then Charlie Kirk says stuff like this, and let's release the Epstein files. And we all know it's not a secret that Epstein was doing business with the most sophisticated surveillance equipment in the world. He was owner of that company with Ehud Barak, who used to be the fucking president of Israel. And they were running that business out of Cairo. That's not like a secret or a conspiracy. And so like they got shit on people. So what was the name of that company? Was it Pegasus? Ehud Barak. For anyone who wants to look it up,
Paragon.
He served as the 10th. Ehud Barak served as the 10th prime minister of Israel. Let me see. Ehud Barak and Epstein surveillance.
I just want to know if it was a fucking
Paragon.
Jew or a
Is
tranny.
it Paragon? Carbine. A surveillance company associated with Ed Hood Brock and Jeffrey Epstein is Carbine, which was formerly known as reported Homeland Security. While there are security and IT firms with names like Barks, here the Google thing I found is Carbine.
So if it was an Israeli asset,
and they could break into, they had this technology that was just they had, and it was able to get into fucking anyone's phone. Basically, if they could get near your phone, they could fucking just duplicate your phone.
if it was an Israeli asset and Trump and his administration found out, what would happen?
But fuck, I don't know. I'm just painting the whole picture. You know, and a lot of people think that the CIA and Mossad work so closely that they're the same organization. Just like some people hate me because I'm friends with you and hate you because you're friends with me.
I don't think anybody hates me because I'm friends with you.
Oh.
I think people hate me because I say faggot and retard.
Oh.
No.
What did you say? You're just curious to see if the shooter was a tranny?
No, I just said I just want to know if it was a Jew or a tranny.
Oh, a Jew or a tranny? Is a shooter a Jew or a tranny?
Yeah, dude, that's basically the two options you've given me.
Well, yeah, you're
I'm here
right.
to learn.
I was
All
going to be like, you're
right.
an
Good
asshole,
point.
but you're right. You're right. Solid.
Damn. Got me there.
A solid point. The comments on yesterday's show were pretty crazy. We could go through them. They're about to do the press conference.
Like crazy
Maybe we'll see.
negative.
Just like batshit crazy, like people trapped between their ears. Like we titled the show, "They Killed Charlie Kirk," and someone just started off with, "I know you're talking about the left, and that's the problem with you because of your presuppositions and all shit." And I'm like, when we titled the show, I never even thought of it as a left-right issue. I never thought that they is the left. I just thought it was a cool
of they
title.
as like Jeff Byko. That's
Oh.
what I think when I say they them. I think Jeff, Pat Lange, that cohort. You know.
Someone says, does anyone know if that Jeff Bako guy is serious? This is the #1 comment right now. When he makes comments, every comment he makes seems like perfectly crafted rage bait. Genuinely, I can't tell if he's serious or not.
I think he tucks his penis between his legs and tries to bend it up into his own butthole before he's wiped.
They killed Charlie Kirk and MLK because they spoke because they used their freedom. Sniper here for 12 years, a lot of variables with precision rifle shooting. Depending on caliber of rifle, what distance is zeroed at, but generally speaking, with crosshairs on the head at 200 yards, without setting 200 yards, the shot would land a couple inches low.
So it's possible he was just aiming at the top at his head or like at his temple or something, and then just.
Well,
I'm not saying-
you know what I
I'm
heard
not saying
today
it was
from
like-
some really high level shooters, like really high level shooters. They fucking said that it was a fuck. So 2 people on the internet I saw were saying who were there said that he was shot in the chest. I'm like, are these fucking people retarded? Today, someone just out of the blue goes, "Hey, dude, he was shot in the fucking chest." I'm like, what happened at his neck? He goes, "Dude, bullets do the weirdest things when they enter someone's body. They ricochet all over the fucking place." And then someone else told me that he was probably wearing a bulletproof vest. And so that they think it fucking hit the vest and ricocheted up and hit his fucking neck.
That's
I read that too, but like what? The high level shooters are just making the assumption that that's the logical place to place the crosshairs and shoot.
Well, I think Caleb and his buddies are taught put one in the pumpkin or put one in the chest. I think those are the 2 spots.
But what Caleb just said is if you're at 200 yards and your rifle's zeroed for 100 yards, it's going to be a couple inches low.
It could, yeah.
Right. But then, I mean, so they make a good point with the vest, though, because I'm guessing that he wasn't wearing like level 4 plates because those are way too thick.
That's what I thought.
You'd see them on his chest.
Right. It
So if
didn't
he's
look like he was
one,
wearing
it's just-
anything to me.
Well, it would probably look like that, but I was looking at like a side profile of him, and it looked like there was something like sitting high on his shoulders. So like there was like a conformed vest on his body, and it's possible that if you're shooting a 30-06, it probably just went right through it and then just
CrossFit
started
said
bouncing
you
around
can
up in
see
his
his nipples.
Cash pit.
All right, my bad. All right.
Hey, that better not be fake information. Okay, press conference, guys. Kash Patel, oh God, is at the podium with some smoking hot fucking Persian chick.
Deputy Director Dan Bongino, Special Agent in Charge Robert Bowles, Governor Spencer Cox, Lieutenant Governor Deidre Henderson, and Commissioner Anderson, as well as Commissioner Bo Mason, as well as some local partners here present with us today. Governor will kick it off. Governor Spencer Cox, Lieutenant Governor Deidre Henderson, and Commissioner Anderson, as well as Commissioner Bo Mason, as well as some local partners here present with us today. Governor will kick it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here tonight. We appreciate the media and the partnership we have with you in helping us to get information out to the public so that we can catch this assassin and hold him accountable.
So that means they don't have him.
We are going to share a portion of a video and that we have of the suspect, as well as some new stills. Those have already been released, but we want to make sure that they get as much attention as possible so that we can get help from the public in tracking down this evil human being. So we're going to cue up the video right now. Show that.
It took 5
I've
days
asked,
to get
Commissioner Bo Mason if
Mangione.
he would
5
narrate
days.
to you what is happening in this video.
Thank you, Governor. Bo Mason, Commissioner for the Utah Department of Public Safety. If you look up to the top left, you'll see the building where the shooter was proned out in the top left corner. We'll go ahead and play that video and I'll narrate as we walk through that. So
there you
here
go.
you see the suspect ran behind that upper
You can see him running back there.
building. He's going to come out on the right, moves to this far right corner.
He's not limping now.
Yep.
As he does, he's going to climb off the edge and then drop down to the ground. As he did that, he left some palm impressions. There's some smudges, some places we're looking to collect DNA. There's a shoe imprint where we believe the suspect is clearly identified as wearing Converse tennis shoes.
Nice.
Again, we'll replay
Bag
that
it.
again so you can get another view of that.
CrossFitter, old school CrossFitter.
It's important to note his black T-shirt, his black pants, and there appears to be some white on the soles of those Converse tennis
Nice jump.
shoes. Those are all identifiable
Does he
items.
have
that
a
we're looking
rifle
for.
on him? It doesn't
In
even
the
look like he has a
stills that are
rifle.
gonna
I think it's in
follow
that bag.
You're going to see a very distinctive T-shirt with an American flag and appears to have.
I don't mean to be
eagle on it.
judgmental, but I can't
There's also
imagine a tranny
baseball
moving
cap
that good.
with a triangle on it.
Fair.
A pair of sunglasses.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
All
What about a
distinctive,
Jew?
all
What about a
things that
Jew?
We would ask the
Yes.
public to look for and try to identify if they know someone who has
He's
those
carrying
items, who
it
has been
in that
seen
right
wearing
hand.
Those items. We're looking for all that information. Here you see the suspect after dropping off the building. He moved around across this grassy area, around the parking lot. We're going to pan to the right.
Was that someone running at the bottom?
No, it's a car.
Okay.
After he
Oh my
crosses the
God.
street, this is where he moves over into the wooded area. This is the video evidence that we utilize to track his movements and to locate that firearm in that wooded area following the discovery of this evidence.
Holy fuck.
Good. You want to go to the stills? So here's the still photographs I mentioned. These have been enhanced. So these are slightly different than what we introduced earlier. Please pay close attention to the T-shirt. Like I said, very distinctive with that American flag and that eagle. The hat with the triangle and the sunglasses. If you'll go to the next picture, please. The backpack as well.
Jansport,
All identifying
loser.
features that we're hoping the public can help us identify and lead us to this suspect. Next picture.
I'm on Amazon looking for a shirt.
And again, there's a better picture of the hat with that triangle logo, and again, the T-shirt, blue jeans, and you get a good look at those Converse tennis shoes as well. We have pushed these out. We'll continue to push these out, and we just ask for the public's cooperation through the public. The tips that have been coming in are what are giving us our next leads and enabling us to continue to further this investigation. We've had great cooperation from the public, and we're continuing to ask for that as we move forward. Thank you, and I'll turn time back over to Governor Cox.
God, that guy ruined that shirt.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Mason. I want to thank Director Patel and his team. It's great to have them on the ground with us tonight. We've had several briefings, and he's had an opportunity to walk the crime scene. We appreciate our local law enforcement here. Again, we have Mike Smith, who is the county sheriff here. We have all of our local chiefs of police that are here as well, all working hand in hand with the state and with the FBI as we move forward with this investigation. Now, I'll just give you a little warning. We will not be taking any questions at this time. We're giving you the latest information we have, being as transparent with everything that we have. But I do want to share a couple of things that I think are important. We cannot do our job without the public's help right now. The public has answered our call for action. So far, we've received more than 7,000 leads and tips.
Jesus.
I would just note that the FBI hasn't received this many digital media tips from the public since the Boston Marathon bombing.
Took 5 days to catch him too. 5 days.
Of our law enforcement community. We have 20 federal, state, and local law enforcement partners that are working shoulder to shoulder to find the person who committed this horrific crime. With their support, we've completed nearly 200 interviews. As you're aware, as has already been reported, the FBI is offering a $100,000 reward for information leading to the identification and arrest of the person responsible for the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Dude, what if they don't catch him?
We continue to implore the public to support this investigation and come forward with any information. We are truly hopeful that this video and new photos will lead to even more tips. We are processing. We have an incredible team, a state and federal team working together to process those tips. We are going out in tandem to interview any potential person of interest or suspects. But we need, again, we need as much help as we can possibly get. Any videos or photos that you might have, the public should be submitted to our digital media tip line, which is www.fbi.gov/Utah Valley shooting, all lowercase. Again, that is fbi.gov/Utah Valley shooting.
Jeff, they don't want your dick pics.
You can also provide general tips about the shooting by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's 1-800-CALL-FBI, or at tips.fbi.gov. This is, I would just say, this is not just a local matter here in Utah. We have people all over the country that are helping to bring this perpetrator to justice for Charlie Kirk and his family. I will just add as well that, as was mentioned, there is a lot of forensic evidence that is being processed right now at both the state lab and the federal labs, federal lab on the East Coast. So we are working in tandem together. I would also just add a word of note for those people who are spending so much time on social media. I think Charlie said it best, that when things get bad, we should put our phones down and spend a little time with our families. There is a tremendous amount of disinformation. We are tracking our team, the state team, and I'm sure the federal team as well. What we're seeing is our adversaries want violence. China, we have bots from Russia, China, all over the world that are trying to instill disinformation and encourage violence.
There's not going to be any violence. It's just white people.
Those to turn off those streams and
the
spend
truth.
a little more time with our families. We desperately need some healing. We'll have more to say about that in the days and weeks to come. More than anything, we are going to catch this person. Last thing I will just say is we've been working with our attorneys, getting everything that we need, affidavits ready. So
They
that we
need to
can
address
pursue
the plane.
the death
They have
penalty
to
in
address
this
the
case.
plane.
I know, my friends told me that.
Here in the state of Utah. Again, to the public, to those who are grieving, thank you for your prayers. I know we are feeling those prayers. I know the Kirk family is feeling those prayers as well. We pray that God will bless our nation at this very dark time. We can start healing by finding this perpetrator and holding him accountable, and we need your help to do that. Thank you.
All right, there is the update. More than 7,000 tips have come in. They are continuing to comb through those tips, and they
Really?
want
No one
the
got a question
public's
off?
help. Again, they have been showing some new video, some new photos as well.
Ryan, so here's the story. No one knows if it's true. No one knows what the fuck is true. But supposedly there was a plane. They have the tail number. It took off after the shooting. It was in the air for 40 minutes, and then it returned back to the airport. While it was in the air for 40 minutes, it turned off its transponder and couldn't be tracked. Here we go. A private jet under the tail number N888KG left the Provo airport an hour after the shooting. Suspiciously, 30 minutes into the flight, it drops off of ADS-B illegally and reappears headed back to Provo approximately an hour later. Why did this plane turn off its radar? Where's the shooter? I don't know if that's true, that part of it's illegal. If there's any pilots, I think you can turn off
Yeah, I don't
your
not
radar
sure.
at certain heights and stuff. I'm not sure if that's true, if it's illegal.
I think people do it pretty regularly. But he flew down to this like it's in the flight path of this airport, this Tuba City airport, which is like in the middle of nowhere. And like, let me see. Yeah, here's the airstrip that it flies to. Like, there's nothing out there.
What was the tail number again? I bet you can just look up a tail.
N888KG.
Yep. 3/8 kilo golf.
A tail number. Hold on, let me see. It's a 2013 Bombardier. Certificate issue date 2022, expiration date 2029. Fixed wing multi-engine. Registered owner doesn't give it to me. City Leahy, Utah. Yeah, I don't see anything about the owner. Sounds like owner of plane at center of Charlie Kirk shooter. People Magazine. Conspiracy theory speaks out. Oh, here, let's see what People Magazine. The owner of a private jet at the center of the Charlie Kirk shooter conspiracy theory is speaking out. Derek Maxfield, the CEO of the online marketing company, says his family was unfairly impacted by inaccurate and false theories regarding his company plane. In a social media statement, Maxfield said flight crews followed all standard procedures and FAA guidance. The owner of a private jet at the center of the conspiracy theory about Charlie Kirk's killer speaks out. As often happens, unfortunately, in the wake of such terrifying and public events, a variety of baseless theories and suspicions around Mr. Kirk's murder immediately took hold on social media, including one that has unfairly impacted our family, Maxfield wrote on social media the afternoon of September 11th. Around 1:43 local time, as the jet approached the northern border of Arizona, the plane turned off its automatic dependent surveillance broadcast, which provides positioning information between the aircraft and air traffic control. And reappeared. The tracking information for the aircraft reappeared shortly after 2:30 p.m. local time as the plane departed Page Municipal Airport in Arizona back towards Provo. The plane landed back in Provo at 3:06. According to the information provided by the FAA, the plane's registration shares an address with Maxfield's company, Comingo. The CEO went on to explain the plane departed Provo with 2 pilots and 0 passengers upon arrival, and Page, Maxfield, and 7 additional passengers boarded the jet for the return trip to Utah, where the company is located. Radar services with air traffic control were terminated in mutual agreement between Denver FAA Center and N88KG, approximately 10 miles from the landing at PGA, which is consistent with generally accepted standard practice when flying in and out of non-towered airports like PGA, he wrote. They had a predetermined flight plan. Any connection with us and the tragic events of Mr. Kirk is inaccurate, false, and without any credible basis of any kind. To our knowledge, no one associated with yesterday's flight, kg has been contacted by law enforcement for any reason. Focus remains on praying and supporting for those who have been deeply impacted by yesterday's events and the critical efforts of law enforcement to bring Mr. Kirk's murder to justice. Neither a representative for the FBI in Salt Lake City nor the Provo Airport immediately responded to people's request for comment. Okay. I buy it. Chris Giles, is this just a distraction tactic regarding Epstein or the fact that the games and WFP use too many machines? The chatter has really quieted down.
I think Dave did it.
The news conference told us they've had 7,000 digital tips. What are digital tips?
I'm guessing it's through this portal right here. They just submit name, phone number, or you could just do it anonymously. It looks like write in your information, say you're not a robot, and then upload whatever files you have. Any sort of like Ring doorbell cameras, security cameras. I know some people were like FaceTiming their families during that event, so they have like screen recordings of the FaceTimes.
I think Jeff and Pat Lange filled this out probably 100 times, saying that they would give relevant information to the case if they gave back a picture of Brianna's boobs or something.
I heard Mike Halpin did a few submissions himself.
Oh, he's got the whole timeline.
He's got timeline. Hey, it's crazy that they have a limitation on how big of files you can send. That's fucking retarded.
Where's the files?
The FBI, dog.
Remember,
5,000 megabytes a lot.
For those of you who are concerned about the timeline, don't forget the Boston bomber took 5 days to apprehend, as well as Mangione, the guy who killed the CEO of United Health. He was wearing a JanSport backpack. That's confirmed. And today on, I think it was CNN, I heard an FBI guy say that one of three things are inevitable. They're going to kill this guy, they're going to catch him, or he's going to commit suicide. But there is no way out.
Hopefully it's one of the first two.
Yeah, he said that there's no way out. It was kind of interesting because they were saying on CNN that absolutely, if you kill someone and they want to get you, there is no way the government can't find you. Which is fascinating because there's so many fucking murders.
Yeah, but nobody has such an impact as Charlie Kirk did.
True.
Dude, like, that's why these podcasts about cold cases come up and all of a sudden everybody cares about the fucking cold cases.
Truth speaker, we used to turn off our transponders when we had no passengers on board and wanted to do some non-authorized acrobatics for fun, barrel rolls, etc.
Oh, so it is illegal.
What if they don't catch him, dude?
Just don't.
I mean, just what if? How crazy would that be?
It would be insane.
That's a good point, Kevin. They found Bin Laden in a fucking cave. That's true.
True.
And that took fucking years.
15 years.
But we never saw his body.
That's true. Hey,
and the guy who claims he killed him, now everyone's saying that dude absolutely 100% did not kill him. That guy's a fucking
all
liar.
5 guys that said they killed him were not the guys who actually fucking killed him.
5 guys said it. What do they own?
I'm exaggerating.
Oh,
I heard it was actually. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
What, you heard it was Josh Bridges?
No,
I heard that too.
I'm not.
How crazy is it? What just seems crazy to me is watching the video of like the Luigi Mangione assassination where he killed the United Healthcare CEO, and then watching this guy climb down from the roof and just trot over to the sidewalk and then start walking all nonchalant.
Crazy.
It just seems like what are these guys just fucking learning how to be fucking American Assassin on YouTube? Like,
dude,
that's all it takes. What the fuck are these secure? Like, these kids just have to go on YouTube and watch a couple fucking movies and they can do that.
It's because most of the people that are at these events are asleep. They're not even paying attention. If you go to an event and you just zoom out to a 20,000 foot view, you can see everything that's going on. You can watch what security's doing. They're going to do the same fucking shit every time. I'm telling you, like, it's an illusion of security at any of these events.
And not to call you absolutely retarded, but That's a retarded comment.
That's a pretty dumb comment.
She says, I guess that's what happened when anyone can buy a high-powered gun.
No.
Hey, he could just fucking drive a van into people.
Drive a van into them, stab them. It's also why when you flew into the United States during COVID, you didn't have to go into a hotel for 4 weeks. Mandated by the government.
Or get put in a fucking internment camp.
Dick Butter, it's a fucking hunting rifle.
That's high powered, Dick. And actually, that gun is exactly what the Second Amendment is for, hunting.
No, you misunderstood. Okay, fine. Very defensive about gun ownership. I mean, you can own it, practice with it, etc.
Not that you should. Jesus.
All right. There's a great post on Spin that deserves its own show. I almost think we should get off and do the show, but it's late where Taylor's at. It's 10 p.m.
Dude, I want to go through Royce Dunn's comments.
Yeah. I'm so glad. That's the most positive thing, though, that's happened. I'm so glad that so many people are getting to cull the herd to get rid of all of their fucking psychotic, fucking batshit crazy followers.
Imagine celebrating a crime like that. I can't fucking even think of that. Just how could you fucking celebrate a crime like that? And then go so far as to be disgusted with the person for saying, rest in peace.
Because people can't stand people. I bet you 99% of the people who hate him have never even heard anything he said.
No.
They're just told he's a misogynist or a racist or a homophobe or...
And they don't even know what those words mean.
And he's a follower of Jesus Christ who's given all of these people their freedoms.
And yet all of these Christians are saying that he's not a Christian.
There are Christians saying that too.
Oh yeah, he's like, this isn't a real Christian. He's not one of us.
Holy shit.
It's bizarre, man.
My 81-year-old mom today, I'd never heard of Charlie Kirk before yesterday. Yeah, probably a lot of people hadn't.
For sure.
Jesus Christ,
if your teenage daughter was raped and had to have the baby and live, she should keep the child. Charlie Kirk.
He did say that.
What's wrong with saying that?
Nothing.
Yeah. So as opposed to let me rephrase it for you. Your teenage daughter got pregnant and should kill the baby.
I wonder if it's because
the baby you're saying the baby should die because your daughter got raped. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, fuck the baby. I think that's what this guy's saying.
Yeah. I think you should look at it at both sides.
He also said birth control makes women angry and bitter and contributed to mass political hysteria. Charlie Kirk. There's actually a lot of studies about how harmful and damaging hormonal birth control are for women. Horrible.
It's horrible for women.
Retard.
Hey, fucking with your hormones at all is horrible for them.
Stupid fucking idiot. This is a crime celebrator right here, you guys. This guy right here.
Is he being? I can't tell if he's being passive aggressive or not. I assume he is.
100%. 100% a crime celebrator. Allah Akbar, the ghost of Judah tribe.
Imagine making it your mission to find Charlie Kirk. Hey, dude, why don't you say what you really mean instead of quoting Charlie Kirk? You're being passive aggressive. Say what you really mean.
I think you're just being a pussy. He's acting like those protesters with the mask, calling everyone else a coward, but hiding behind a fucking fake account with a fake picture, not even saying what you mean. You're a pussy.
Yeah, birth control is absolutely horrible for you. If you're a woman and you're on birth control, you're fucking yourself. Hey, there are some fantastic studies if you want to see it that women who are on birth control are attracted to beta men, and then they get off the birth control and they're like, "What the fuck? Why am I attracted to this guy?"
Yeah, and they buy a.
There's some crazy studies on that. Look into that shit. My wife's mom was born from rape.
Glad your wife is alive, dude.
Yeah.
I'm on birth control.
And they
That
prescribe
that
it to
explains
fucking kids
explains why
who
you're
are
attracted.
athletes.
That's why it explains why you're attracted to men who are hairless and coif their eyebrows.
and are Chinese.
Yeah, and Chinese. Yeah.
Makapur you should get off it, dude. It's fucking horrible for you. It's like Ozempic, dude. It's fucking terrible.
God, I can't.
No,
believe
you should not.
I can't believe the passive aggressive people in the comments. Hey guys, just say what you mean. If you're gonna quote him, give us your take on it.
Thank you. Use condoms, Julia. Julia, you should also look into Phexxi. PHEXXXI. It's like it's some sort of gel. It's like a gel injection. You shove this tube up your vagina and you shoot this gel up there, and it just changes the pH in your puss so that the sperm.
No, don't do that.
Dude, it's not hormonal.
I know, but you don't want to change the pH in the puss.
Sorry.
You don't want to dry up the puss, dog.
No,
Hey,
you need the thing
I'm
sopping.
gonna suggest you just swallow the swimmers. Send them to send them to the bowels.
PC says use a dental dam instead.
Oh yeah, PC knows a lot about sex with kids.
Oh wow, there's a tip. I heard 6,000 of those video tips were from Halpin. That's allegedly.
Sorry, that was uncalled for. I shouldn't have said that.
Taylor Self, MD. Wax on, wax on.
Yeah, just put some grape jelly up there, dude. Take a fucking finger full of grape jelly out of the Smucker's jar and tuck that in your lip.
That'll level out the pH for sure.
Just put a Zin up there, dude. If you actually want to have sex, curb your appetite, you fucking sicko. Don't have sex.
My wife doesn't enjoy me using a condom, but she doesn't want to get pregnant.
So you just get her pregnant?
Bagsy, pull out and shoot it at her eye.
I heard that's where they like it the best.
Oh god, I could not pull out a Lizzie. There's no way.
And where would you fall asleep then?
Can't control it, dude.
All right.
It goes.
Love you guys. Tomorrow, Dusty Highland, MD, no OG, will be on. Okay, last comment on birth control. I started birth control for the first time in my life at 29 years old because I accidentally had my second baby 14 months after my first baby. It was horrible. Never again. Yeah. What was horrible? The birth control? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Having 2 kids within the span of a little bit over a year.
Birth control is batshit crazy. Julie, get off of that shit. All right. Love you guys. Head on over to DocSpartan.com. Get your Matuthian. Like and subscribe. Say something nice to someone today.
Please.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.